The world at large has spent countless generations witnessing the corruption and suffering and injustices that go on in this world. Now, we don't need to keep telling the story of oppression because we all know it very well. It's written in our DNA and it's embedded in the bone marrow within our bones. We know it well. However, the time has come where the world is standing at a point of fracture and it needs to change. And that change does come from within each individual. The world is not beyond repair. We've got a lot of societies that have cultivated wisdom, healing and balance, while others still struggle under the weight of broken systems. But we are not separate. We are not separate nations. We are not separate races. And there is literally no divide other than the one that we create for ourselves. We are not enemies with each other. We are actually a human family. Like any family, we have the power to lift each other up, not with money, not with empty words, but with small little actions that make big differences. This is compassion and truth, and it doesn't take wealth to plant seeds of change. It doesn't take political power to inspire hope. All it takes is a shift in your conscious state. One person who is standing in their truth can create a ripple that touches the lives of many. One act of kindness, one moment of courage, and one refusal to participate in corruption or cruelty, these are the sparks that ignite revolutions. Not revolutions of war, but just revolutions of the spirit of man. For too long, we have been conditioned to believe that change comes from the top down, that we must wait for leaders, governments, and institutions to grant us the justice that we are so due. But what if the power is not with them and it's always been with us in the first place? The suffering of one is the suffering of all. And the healing of one is the healing of all. And we all have our different problems worldwide in different countries, different challenges, but the world at large has the seeds that each needs for their own healing. And if only we can share the seeds of healing between nations, between cultures, and between races, then we can start to fix this world with some real progress. So I'm going to ask you, what small actions will you take today to make change in your life in order to shift the world? If I were you, I'd write it down. How can I shift the world today? Even if it's only an inch. Another wise statement that Archangel Michael says is change and improve even 1% a day. 1% improvement per day doesn't take you long to improve 100%. Now, the benchmark changes at each checkpoint because what you envisage for yourself now in a year's time will completely change. Time always changes and it's waiting for us also to change. The time for change is now, and it begins with us.